Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we're going to be reading Redditors who've experienced a dramatic weight loss or gain. How has it affected your day-to-day life? If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. Over 2 years, I lost about 180 pounds. I went from 400 to just over 220. I went from a shut-in who was embarrassed to be seen in public to a pretty outgoing guy with a little bit of confidence. Since I was fat most of my life, simple things like going to the pool without my shirt on or wearing form-fitting clothing leaves me uncomfortable and self-conscious. I had a lot of loose skin, and even after surgery to remove it, I still feel fat. I know this is a mental issue on my part since I look fit now. I'm 6'4" with a good amount of muscle, but I doubt it'll ever go away. Hell, this one girl I had an insane crush on rejected me when I was 21 with the simple line, "If you were skinnier, I'd date you in a heartbeat." I still remember that, and it still causes me to keep myself from creating new relationships with people. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months this year. Legs hurt less, that's nice. Ladies check me out sometimes, that's nice. My craps are quick and clean, by far the best benefit. Edit, I can tie my shoes without getting winded, that feels pretty good too. How'd you lose so much weight so quickly? I counted calories using a phone app. It makes it pretty easy. Then I took up running. It was about 70% diet though. Lost my first 40 with diet alone. Currently at 410 pounds, down from an all-time high of 520 plus. I really don't know how big I was not in a good place. Now mind you, at 6'8", 400 pounds is by no means in shape, but I've been jogging for the first time in years and have already dropped 10 inches in my waist in 6 months. Good God, I friggin' hate my old self. I have no idea what's going to happen to me in life, but I can guarantee you fellows that I won't be that fat guy anymore, just the tall guy. I've lost 90 pounds this year, hopefully 100 by the end of the year. More people look at me when I'm out and about, people hold open more doors and are generally nicer. I feel much more like I need to keep up the way I look, like I make more of an effort to wear cute matching clothes, makeup, jewelry, etc. I can wrap one towel around me, I can squat down and not fall over, I can touch my toes, I can jump, I can skip. I feel more steady when I'm up higher for some reason. I can go through turnstiles. I can shop at regular person-sized stores. I found a cute Halloween outfit. My legs fit into boots. My ring size is smaller. I can wear heels much longer without pain. My bum hurts if I sit on something hard for too long. And I'm not afraid of not fitting in carnival rides / airplane seats. I lost 70 pounds in about a year and a half, mostly through smaller portions and running. I have a lot more energy, sleep much better, and I'm much happier, although I think that the last one has mostly to do with the running. I used to fall asleep in the middle of the day, but no longer. I think my quality of life has dramatically improved. I lost 65 pounds, mainly from walking on the treadmill and using the elliptical at Planet Fitness, but I also slightly changed my diet by cutting out soda and juice and other minor changes, such as eating oatmeal for breakfast and having whole wheat bread instead of white bread. I am now willing to walk to farther places instead of taking a car. I walk faster and am more confident in my appearance. Used to be 190, am now 125. I've lost 68 pounds in 18 months. The compliments from family and friends are wonderful. Strangers really see me now. I felt absolutely invisible before, but now most people are warm, inviting, and kind. Some people that used to look so skinny to me now just look average sized. That was a fantastic realization to have. Everything was daunting in the beginning. I neglected myself in so many ways that nothing felt achievable. Why pay for a decent haircut if I can't even look in the mirror? Now I check myself out a lot, just to make sure I'm still smaller. I actually have grooming and styling routines when before I'd leave the house with wet hair and no makeup. My twin sister was 70 pounds lighter than me for years. I was ashamed to eat donuts around her when she knew I was desperate to lose weight. It's weird being on the other side of that. Now people get sheepish with me, and I want to tell them that I do not care or judge anyone the way I judge myself. I'm so proud of myself, but it feels like a narcissistic endeavor too. I want to feel good about it, and I do, but it's strange going from paying no attention to your body to working so hard at shaping it. It was absolutely the best thing I've ever done that was just for me. I went from about 220 down to 180, so not that dramatic. Took about 4 months for the first 25 pounds to come off. The rest I lost over several months. Oddly enough, I put on the weight in the same way, only in reverse. As for the changes, I had a persistent pain in my left knee when I was bigger. I think it was an impending ligament injury. My body wasn't used to having the extra weight. I was always careful to not put all 220 pounds on that one leg. After dropping some poundage, the pain went away completely. The next part is kind of shallow. My self-esteem went up. Some guys can look fine carrying around extra weight. I was not one of those guys. My body looked weird once I went right above 200. I constantly felt awkward in my own skin, like I didn't look right. I modified my wardrobe to minimize lumps and rolls, but the loose clothing only made me look fatter. Losing the weight put me back in clothes that made me feel comfortable, and I regained some confidence thanks to that. The most embarrassing part of being so big was what it did to my banana. It took the wind out of my sails, so to speak. It took away the frequency and duration of my banana. I was 25 and suddenly I was not waking up with morning banana all the time. There would be entire days when I didn't get a full banana at all. When I did get one, it rarely stayed completely rock hard for more than a couple of minutes. Luckily, the quality of my banana improved with every level pound that came off. I should note that many of the positive changes that occurred weren't necessarily due to my weight loss alone. During that period, I made many other healthy lifestyle changes ranging from improved diet to being more active to quitting smoking. I've lost 90 pounds in a bit over a year, 325 down to 235 at the moment. Other than the constant "have you lost weight" questions, I found that I can now go shopping for clothes that I think I look good instead of clothes that I hope will actually fit me. I didn't realize how many minor joint pains I had all over my body when I was bigger, but I now know that a lot of what I thought was just normal pains were actually pain caused by the excess weight. Knowing I'm not always the fattest person in the room now, which is nice. I'm a guy, so there have been certain increases in some areas as the weight loss has occurred. No complaints there. Social anxiety. You'd think weight loss would equal less social anxiety, but in some cases, likely as I'm still adapting, it's actually increased my social anxiety, as I used to be able to say that it was because I was fat that I was socially anxious. I don't have that excuse anymore. Roller coasters. 10 years ago, I went to a theme park when I was at my biggest, around 350. I had to do the walk of shame on a few roller coasters when they couldn't get the safety bars down. Having 200 people in line stare at you as you walk off is not a good time. This summer I went to a theme park and rode all the roller coasters. It was friggin' awesome. Loose skin? There's a fair bit, though it's not completely horrible. I expect there to be more as I get closer to my goal weight. Some of it will stretch back up, but I know I'll always have a wrinkly stomach and flappy arms, a price I must pay for 23 years of bad eating habits. The constant battle of keeping the weight off and getting to my goal. Still 50 pounds to go. I've been able to lose the weight because I was ready after having tried since I was a teen. I know I'll be able to reach my goal and won't fall back to where I started because I'm ready to lose the weight. I can't explain what ready really means. You just know when you are. Even when I reach my goal, I'll have to keep an eye out on what I eat for the rest of my life. I have a crap metabolism and I'm getting older, so weight loss will just get harder. Over the last couple of years, I've gained 60 plus pounds, largely due to medication. On the frame of a petite, small bone female, that's quite a bit. I have plenty of the expected fatigue, joint pain stuff, but what's really surprised me is how differently people treat me. I used to get hit on plenty out in public, but now I'm nearly invisible. Even my friends treat me differently, though it's subtle. I have a really sarcastic, smart bum personality, but I've had to rein that in a lot as I'm frequently misunderstood now. It turns out that as a semi-hot skinny chick, you can get away with being a snarky crap show, but as a pudgy, frumpy middle-aged woman, you can't. Who knew? I can answer from both sides. Overweight all my life, lost 98 pounds over the course of 3 years, had my son during that time. Day to day, energy was great. Everyone always telling me how good I looked. I felt more confident and was eager to do public things because I felt proud of my weight loss. I also always felt like I still had a long way to go before I would be happy. Lowest weight was 151. I am 5'7". Now, I've gained back nearly all of that in about 1 year. I feel the negative effects of being overweight much more now than I did before the weight loss. My hips hurt, getting down to the floor and back up is difficult, clothes fit terribly, depression at an all-time high. I don't go out or ever want to do things with other people, aside from my husband and son, who are great. So either way, the greatest difference in day-to-day life was just feeling better overall, physically and mentally. And that brings us to the end of the video, narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track.